Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Blue Prince. I'm hopping on the bandwagon. Pretty much every streamer and YouTuber that I follow has been playing this game. Uh, I've been planning to get around to it for a little while, since it came out. Now seems like as good a time as any. Uh, this is probably going to be delaying some of the Voices of the Void videos, but you know what? That's okay. We can have a couple of things going on at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. Before we get into it, I have no experience with the game beyond having watched who was it? I think Northern Lion, who played the demo back during the most recent Steam Next Fest before this game actually came out. So I've watched couple hours of the demo of the game getting played. That's all. That's pretty much it. I'm aware of like a lot of the discourse. I'm aware that the game is getting like the highest reviews ever. It's rated 1,000 out of 10, game of the year, hands down, no competition, etc., etc. And also that people are really mad about like the RNG, and that is the RNG of a roguelike game is getting in the way of people trying to solve the puzzles and uncover the mysteries. So there's a tension there. I'm curious to see where I'm going to fall sort of on that spectrum when we get into this. But yes, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a little roguelike puzzle game thing where we're going through a house. You'll pick it up real quick as soon as we see it. We got puzzles to solve, we got mysteries to uncover, we got rogues to like all the good stuff. All the things. It's a pretty ominous opening so far.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to turn the volume down just a skosh. Once we get fully zoomed into the entryway there. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Let's tweak a couple of settings real quick. Gonna bring the volume down just like a little bit. That might be too far. I don't know. And then let's bring brightness up just like a little tiny bit. Just like a little tiny bit. And then widescreen support, no. Color assist mode, no. Controls field of view. We're going to expand the field of view just a couple degrees. I don't know, is that too much? I think that's good. Okay, so what I know of the game. What do we got? I have like a not quite a sprint, but a walk quickly option. Yeah, so we got to find the 46th room. Only open in the event of my death. Apparently he's dead. Simon, I assume that's me. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume that you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. Next page. With that said, here are a few ground rules for this video game. I mean, for this commission. Covering the fine print of my will, I feel should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. So your stuff resets. Because it's roguelike-ish. Roguelite. I'm not into the semantics of those two. That's been over-litigated elsewhere on the internet. I don't suspect that any of these... oh, and you may not stay overnight. That's the other one. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Next page. Nope. I wanted to next page. There we go. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms that you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Cursive. Thank you. The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. Press tab to open the blueprint menu. So, there's an antechamber up here. Ooh, we can see what rooms we got. It's like a Pokédex of house rooms. So we always have the entrance hall. I believe the antechamber always exists, but we gotta get there. So, the main gimmick of the game. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footprints. When you no longer have any footprints left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor, and you must call it a day, which is the roguelike reset. Yeah, so our main gimmick is... what is that? I wish I could, like, zoom. Just a Queen of Diamonds. And a statue of a guy. And a clock. The main gimmick is when we go try to open the door, it's randomly something on the other side. So, what is it? What's on the other side? Good question. So we can pick which room's going to be on the other side. A bedroom, a closet, or a hallway. And so we're trying to go through and connect rooms and explore the rooms. Some of them will have resources. Bedroom, whenever you enter it, you just gain 2 footsteps. So if we lose 1 to walk into the bedroom and then lose 1 to walk to the next room, that means the bedroom is just like completely neutral, right? We recover those 2 to get to the room on the other side of the bedroom. So, interesting. The closet will have 2 items, but it is a very dead end. Hallway opens into a couple of other directions. So we can look at our map. We have nothing and we're here. That's great. I'll pick the hallway. So I also know that some of the rooms will have like puzzles or riddles, things that we can do to earn extra resources. I know that some doors can be locked, and we will need keys to unlock those. That gets more prominent as we get further north. And then the other thing I know is we can get like rare blueprints that'll show up, and you usually need gems in order to pick those as actual options. So that's like another resource we need. Don't know what else has changed since the demo, but that's what we got. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Interesting. I guess we're in the east wing. We can also see what rank we are. So bottom right corner, it says we're in the hallway, rank 1. This is rank 1. It's the furthest back rank. So then rank 2 would be anything that goes up further, etc. You know how these things work. So we have a safety pin, and then like a pine tree. This is the sort of game where like the paintings and like the flowers here, like some of these might be clues to a puzzle or something. I don't know. So there's a lavatory. I don't know why it's a red. I don't know what the colors indicate. There's a nook which will have a key, and then it turns, so we can keep going. There's a storeroom, just a dead end. It has a coin, a gem, and a key. Yeah, I'll take the storeroom. Why not? Pretty low-key first day. I just want to, get my feet under me. So we got a gem. There's a white pawn here for some reason. A very large white pawn. There's a tag with a 10 on it. That looks like a building piece, like a room or something. It's a deer painting. I guess we'll take our coin. Were there any other controls? Blueprint menu, R is the room directory, and then shift is to walk slightly faster. Got it. And we already looked at the room directory. So we could see that this is a blueprint, it is a dead end, it is commonplace. We've drafted it once. Entrance hall, it's permanent, it has no rarity, it's always there. Oh, they have little descriptions too. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Storeroom? A dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, a handful of other things that had one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. There's the antechamber. From its root, meaning the room before, all signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. We have a hallway. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. It's pretty common. Oh, it's just a hallway, so it's not like a room. I mean, it's obviously not a room. So I guess blueprint is like the reds or the border. So I wonder like what the red ones would be. Bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, shops. Yeah, red rooms. Okay, they're just their own category. I know I opened all of that before, but I just hadn't looked at it. All right, let's see if we can press forward a little bit. So the parlor has a puzzle in it. There's a den, which has exits to the left and right. And a gem. I want to keep our options open. We had a bat over like a forest. A gigantic clock. That's a cool clock. I like that the little minute hand is moving there. There's another pawn chess piece. Another clock. Do you show the same time? Yeah. Yeah, you do. I assume that you also show the same time. And these also show the same time. This is just the clock room. There's our free gem. You're on like a locked shoebox thing? Bathtub. Yet another clock. There's a lot of clocks. Alright, so ideally, yeah, something that goes forward and turns would be great. So I don't know if we're coming in from this side always. So does this mean that the nook would go forward and curve to the right, which is already a dead end, so this would just be like a dead door? I don't know. We could for science and see. My guess, like my gut is telling me yes, but I don't know for sure. Pantry, let's do the parlor. Parlor has a puzzle of some sort. This thing. Okay. We got a wind-up key. Oh, component of the parlor game. Great. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation. Oh, this is May the 2nd from some year. Who knows? Great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I'd mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I'd played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I've included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Cool. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. So it could be two liars and one telling the truth, or 2 telling the truth and 1 liar. Great. Cool. Got a little sketch of a car. A pickaxe with a coal and a minecart. Can I... There's like a black pawn. Huh. Okay. So this says, this box is the middle box. You're obviously a liar. The gems are in the middle box. Could be telling the truth, could be lying. This box is the middle box. All right, so we know that at least one has to be telling the truth. These 2 are both obviously liars. You have to be telling the truth, and the truth is that the gems are in the middle box, so let's do it. Hooray! Logic! We got 2 gems. Where the hell are we? We're going north, but also, like, going back to the west would be great. Ew. Whenever you enter the chapel, lose 1 money. A lavatory? I mean, like, these just... The red ones just seem bad, right? They just seem bad. I'm going to take the bedroom because there's a decent chance that we're going to have to backtrack if the bedroom doesn't lead anywhere interesting. Yo, do we get a window just because we're on the outside? That's cool. Or like we're on the outer edge. That's super cool. Okay, so he really seemed to enjoy chess and weird little puzzles and peas. Oh, is that origami? That's cool. like, it seems like a weird thing to have in your house. Also, like, the origami crane seems like a weird thing to have locked in a display case. What are you? Greetings from Reddington. Okay, that's it. Can't interact with that. Oh, is that, what was he? Our great grand uncle? Just regular grand uncle? I'm just gonna call him Gramps. Was that his wife, maybe? Or is he just our great grandfather? Grandfather? I know words. +1 star for each time you drafted the observatory. I don't know what that means. It requires a gem. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. That's the nursery. And then that's the pantry, which cuts off to the right. Pantry would be good because that'd let us keep going deeper. I don't know what the 1 star for each time you've drafted observatory means. Oh, we can see. Oh, okay. So we can see in the map here. So, like, obviously the nursery is just a dead end, but we can see that the only way that it places the observatory, the other door points down to the den. So that is just a dead door. So these two are just dead ends. I mean, we could still, like, keep going over on the west side. I'm curious about what this means, but I'm also, like, not keen on just trying to draft more observatories, you know? Let's do the pantry. Just keep our forward momentum going, you know? Flour, sugar, Lux coffee. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday. As we've just been informed, we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So we're getting the change. So 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges that's a total of 50 steps. Does fruit restore steps? There's a banana here. 3 steps. I bet you there's a puzzle where we gotta know how many steps the fruit restores or something. Or maybe just, like, that would be nice information to have. That's a fancy lock. And a fancy clock. Alright, well, doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Ooh, the courtyard is kind of cool. Yeah, we're losing access to the east, unless we build a nook. I like the idea of the courtyard, though. Let's do the courtyard. That's ominous. An old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Is there any, like, indicate... Yeah, okay, I have an inventory. Holy cow, I'm just now realizing this. So we have, like, a main inventory section. I don't know what the dotted box is down here. We have, like, another inventory section here? Question mark? Huh. Got it. Okay. We dug up an oversized turnip. Should prove to be a nutritious snack for 6 extra steps. That is awesome. We got a key. Also pretty excellent. I don't think there's anywhere else we can dig here. Yeah, okay. You appear to be an extremely locked door. The security door is locked by electronic key card. Huh. Okay. Alright, well. False advertising saying I can keep going that way. There's a spare room. which would just cut all the way to the west. There's a closet and a guest bedroom. Plus 10 steps is wild. That's a lot. We're pretty quickly getting, like, boxed in here. Tape gun, paint roller. Commissary, items for sale. Corridor. The corridor is always left unlocked. That's kind of neat. So middle, and then, like, two to the right. So middle, and then two to the left. So the corridor could take us over here. There could still be a path forward. Oh, we can view our inventory too now. Oh, that's cool. I mean, the commissary just turns us back to the south, so I think we have to take the corridor. Candlestick. Just a bunch of paintings that have not been hung up properly. That's just like a cot. Okay. A jacket. Somebody left their hat in here. That's great. Can we go to the right? Oof, we can if we take the chapel. Kitchen has food for sale. Interesting. We have to do the chapel, right? That's our only way to keep going forward. Or, like, north. It also cuts to the side. Yeah, you're going to take my money. It's cool stained glass windows. I like those. Yeah, okay, bishop. Is there anything, like, amongst any of the pews? I have absolutely no idea what sort of, like, meta progression might be in this game. I'm assuming there is some. Like, we'll unlock new rooms that can show up, that sort of thing. But this also could just be the sort of game where, like, the thing that you take with you from run to run is just knowledge of, like, how to solve puzzles or where to put specific rooms. Oh, wait a second. You're 6. You're 4. You're 7. You're 1. You're 5. Voices of the Void has a zoom key where you can just, like, zoom in. I've been playing that game a lot, so I keep pushing that key to, like, zoom in on these windows, and it's not the game. It doesn't do that here. So there's 2 and 3. I'm definitely going to need to, like, get a notepad and start taking notes. Oh, my little arrow rotates to show which way I'm facing. That's such nice quality of life for someone like me who is just, like, perpetually lost. Door is locked. Yeah, I'll use a key. Patio. Spread diamonds in each green room. I mean, that is the only way that we can keep going. So I'll spend a gem on you. However, since we have to pay money every time we enter, what if we just see what's on this side? A greenhouse. You're more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. That is interesting. Closet just has some items. The Nook has a key and keeps going. Would we want to get a key and keep going? Or do we want to invest in, like, green rooms? I'm suddenly on board with, like, the green room idea. So I know it's going to cost us some money, but... What the hell? A metal detector? Greater chance of finding keys and money. I like that. You are a Resident Evil lever that's missing the lever. Great. At least it's not a crank. Trees found blank. Oh, or are these just notes that are dragged out? Trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coin. So toss away these sheets you find a worthy trade. So that's note 5. How could I want to toss it away. Fueled coins. Coins can be spent in shop rooms. Okay. So that is just a category of room, apparently. A safe deposit box key? We already know that we're not allowed to take items out with us. The clue you hold cannot be paid. Like... Alright. Yeah, I don't know what else to do in there. Some more coins. Buried below. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Yeah, I've been doing that. Can I open you? Can we cook whatever's inside? Can we interact with the grill at all? No. No, we cannot. Alright, so anything that keeps going forward or to the left would be great, and we don't have any of those. Bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. Oh, because we saw the thing that was whenever you draft a bedroom, you get bonus steps. So we probably just take the guest bedroom, and then we gotta backtrack, right? I think so. Now, in theory, we just got our extra steps, or do we have to go in to get the steps? Oh, we do have to go in. Okay. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. I was about to say, we backtrack. We don't have to go in and lose a step. No. Sinclair! Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect that you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles. Great. Everybody loves math. And appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Spoilers, I don't think his health did improve. I think he's dead, and that's why we're here. I don't even remember what our grandpa's name was. Great-grandpa. Oh, look at it. Just like a little shoebox with like a Snoopy on top. And a basketball for some reason. Lots and lots and lots of chess pieces. And a captain's wheel. Very, like, nautical themed. Just, I guess, those and, like, the boat. Alright, well. 'Twas bound to happen eventually. But we did hit a dead end. And I don't really think there's any way forward now. So we're just gonna backtrack as much as we can. Oh, we put gems in all the green rooms that already existed. Oh, that's cool. We still don't have a key card. I have no idea where to even get a key card. Just in the mansion somewhere. Okay, well. We have cut off all of our potential paths forward, but that's all right. Let's just see what else we can do. Cloister. Holy cow, that's a cool looking room. Yeah, let's do that. That was all of our gems. What a cool looking four-way intersection room. Yep, there's the main hall. Or the main entry hall, I guess. Nowhere to dig. We can't get in the middle. It's a cool statue. I would love to just have a cloister, like an outdoor cloister like this in the middle of my mansion someday. That'd be very cool. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. We have not reached rank 8. Observatory. Oh, this one is opening off to the right, which is different from the observatory we saw earlier that opened off to the left. Interesting. We also just don't have any gems, so. Give me a little nook. Metal detector. Oh, you're just saying that there's a key here? Okay. I guess that'll help us, like, not forget about items or, like, you know, not dodge items that are just out in the open for us to find. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Yeah, I think I need to do that. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most befittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Why does it say why is this in italics? I don't know. What are you? I don't know. Alright, well. Aquarium is every color of room. That's kind of cool. Utility closet has a breaker box. Or a boudoir. I mean, we're running low on stuff to do. And let's get the breaker box. I don't think we have anything circuit breaker related. A tie and I don't know what that is, like a fancy lamp or something? Who knows? Keycard entry. Oh, keycard entry system off? Gymnasium has power, dark room has power, the garage does not. Does this say cabinet? I don't know, but the switch is missing. Power the garage. We haven't seen a gymnasium or a dark room, so we'll just leave those. VAC indicators? Oh no, this is absolutely... Oh my gosh, they have so many different colors. I have no idea what to do with you. Danger. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Does this give me access to the keycard room? Keycard door? Because if so, that is a tremendously unexpected boon. Do we just hoof it for the courtyard, or do we spend some more of our rooms around here? I'm kind of inclined to spend a few more rooms around here, because here we are. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. That's cool. Closet has 2 items, though. I wouldn't mind getting a closet. I mean, we don't have gems, so we can't do that. The dining room does also just have more doors for us. I want those 2 items. Let's do the dining room, though. It's just like 4 stars. Spiral staircase. More chess pieces, just locked away for display. I mean, obviously we have not reached rank 8, so can't like make use of the food or anything. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That's kind of cool. Wish I had that before I spent 4 gems on the cloister, but we'll do this now. What are you? A tomato? An orange? Om nom 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 nom. 5 feet. I mean, it's neat. It's a neat little area. I really like the concept of this game. View the inventory of all items currently in the house. The security room. I mean, we literally can't. Bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. The boudoir. Yeah, so it's just a dead end. Well. Got some shoes. We got an old-timey record player. Okay, music box. Hand holding a crowbar. Praying hands with a rosary. Yeah. Oh, you have a... that didn't work. It's just a safe in here, which is interesting. Definitely going to need to puzzle out the combination for that at some point. Okay. Neat little room. Not really anything of value in here. Oh, the safe is a Christmas present. I don't know that information means anything for me. There's that Santa hat on the creepy, like, torso mannequin. It's mostly creepy because I've been playing Voices of the Void. There's a whole, like, mannequin thing. I wonder if we could, like, stick another candle in there or something. Presumably not. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't really matter which way we go. It's kind of just 6 to 1, half dozen the other. But onwards and upwards. Let's go see if we can go through that keycard door. I powered down the keycard system. Nope. that sure didn't let me open you. So we're done. That's a bummer. Thus, our first day of blueprints comes to a close. Not quite. We have some footprints still. Not a lot, but we do have some. So, let's go see what we can do out here. Throw a coin in, make a wish? Hell yeah. I don't know what I wished for. I hope it comes true. Yeah, alright. I'm assuming that, you know, puzzles and things to explore further out here will happen eventually. We have the metal detector, we have the shovel, so maybe there's like piles of dirt we can dig up or something. I don't know. Kind of just hopeful more than anything else. Wishful thinking. Do I want to go that way? Our other option is to go that way. Yeah, sure. Let's go down the stairs. See what's down here. I need to familiarize myself with this place eventually. Okay. It's like a... There's like cart tracks or something there in the incredibly boarded up door. Whoa, look at those like archways down there. That's super cool. How do we get over there? I like the waterfall and stuff too. I like the mansion. I love like the view and stuff. Not so keen on the infinite drop off a cliff just shortly outside of your front door. Like that's... I'm way too afraid of heights to be able to function in a place like this. Is it, why, I don't know why there's like a pipe there. This is... I mean, it's all puzzles. Everything's going to be puzzles. It's pointless to look at a thing and be like, oh, it's probably going to be part of a puzzle side of this or something. Yeah, it's all puzzles. It's a puzzle game. That's what... It's all just going to be puzzles. I guess we're going into the dark tunnel now? Not super keen on this. It looks like it just dead ends, though. Big old unlit wall torches. Yeah, and just crates of stuff. So I'm expecting at some point we're gonna, like, trigger changes that are more meaningful. Like, there was the minecart tracks and then, like, that completely boarded up door just over here. I bet you somewhere we're gonna, like, activate a minecart, send it, like, crashing through there and open up, like, a little room or something. I don't know. Just pure conjecture. But that seems like a puzzle video gamey thing to do. There's so many bird baths out here. Huh. Private drive, the grounds. Okay. I should pay attention to the stuff that tells us, like, where we are. So I know this is our tent, because we're not allowed to sleep inside the house. The campsite, due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will. Okay, great uncle. I need to internalize that that's what he is. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day from the menu. We will not be doing that immediately. There's like a plush right there. Did I bring like a little pigeon doll or something with me? Yeah, looks like it. That's kind of adorable. Oh boy. That's so many apples. Think of, like, all the steps we could take if we had that many apples. And then what is, like, with these incredibly ominous, like, secret doors? That is such a cool thing. I would have secret doors all over my weird, like, shape-shifting mansion. All around it. Absolutely. Okay. Shovel, metal detector, the vault key. Unlocks box 304. Interesting. Okay. There's no point in going back in. We can't do anything. So let's call it a day. Tomorrow you'll awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory have all been reset. Let's call it a day. And I should probably just call it a video? I don't know. I don't know how long these are going to be. I don't have a cadence for this yet. Obviously, this was the first one. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Mount Holly, Garden Villa. We had 5 green rooms. Oh, you give us like a little judgment of the rooms that I picked. 2 items found. That doesn't seem right. Metal detector, shovel, and key? Like the safety deposit box key? I guess that doesn't count. We got all the way up to rank 5. That doesn't seem too bad. 21 total rooms, 50 steps taken. Or a garden villa because the majority of our rooms were green. The majority of our rooms were blue. I guess those don't count. Because I think you're always going to have like majority blue. That's cool. Save and continue. Okay. We'll start off the day and see if there's any new like information or anything presented to us, but otherwise I think we call it a video probably. Okay, that's just the exact same thing. Cool. Yeah, all right. We call it a video. Thanks for watching, everyone. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.